I discovered something about passwords today. Apparently, my password needs a symbol, a number, and judging by the experience, a considerable amount of courage. It started innocently enough. I tried to log into a website, just a simple login, nothing dramatic, email, password, done. Except it wasn't done. The website looked at my password and calmly said, Your password is incorrect. Incorrect? Jane, I've been using that password for years. That password, and I have history. That password has seen things. But fine. Maybe I mistyped it. I try again. Incorrect. Plunger. Now I'm staring at the screen the way you stare at someone who just accused you of something outrageous. Maybe I try one more time, very carefully. Same result. So now we've reached that moment. The moment every person fears. The forgot password button. You never click that button happily. Clicking that button feels like admitting defeat, but I click it. The website says, no, create a new password. Alright, fine. Let's do that. I type a nice, simple password, something I'll remember. The website instantly rejects it. Bend your password must contain at least bad characters, 8 characters, fine. Easy. I add more letters. Bean. Now it says, your password must contain at least one number, okay? Now we're negotiating. So I add a number to millions. Now the website says, your password must contain at least one symbol, a symbol? What are we doing here? Writing poetry? Fine, I add an exclamation mark. Emily, now the website says, your password must contain at least one uppercase letter. So now my password looks like it's yelling, but apparently that's still not enough. Bland, the website says, no, password not strong enough. Not strong enough. My password now has letters, numbers, symbols, and an attitude. What exactly does it want? A password that can bench press. So I try again. This time I go bigger. More letters, more symbols, a number somewhere in the middle like a confused tourist. Now the website says, your password cannot contain commonly used words. Of course it can't. Then because heaven forbid. So now I'm sitting there trying to invent a password that no human mind has ever conceived. Something like banana, cheese, shirar, and rocket. The website accepts it, but now comes the real problem. I have to remember it. Bendy, I stare at the password thinking, there is absolutely no way I will remember this tomorrow. But the website isn't done. It now says, confirm your password, confirm it. I barely understand, but I type it again very carefully, and I succeed for about 3 seconds. Because now the website says, we've sent a verification code to your email. Great. I go to my email. Damns, the code arrives. 6 digits. I type them in. The website says code expired. Expendired? It arrived 30 seconds ago. Did the code age like milk? So I request another code. The second code arrives. It means I type it faster than a game show contestant hitting the buzzer. Finally, the website says, password successfully updated. Victory. Mend, I feel proud, accomplished, like I've climbed a small mountain, but then I try to log in again, and suddenly I realize, Beline, I have no idea what the new password is, because it's something like, P, Chi-R and Zebra Moons, $C*R, right? Oh, that's not a password. Bean, that's a Wi-Fi signal from outer space, so I try to remember it logically. Purple, zebra, moon, number 42, I type it. Incorrect, of course. So now I'm back where I started, TemDO, staring at the forgot password button again, and this is when the website adds its final insult. It says, your new password cannot be the same as your previous password, which would be helpful. Banned. If I remembered my previous password, so now every password I create becomes more ridiculous. Dragon, Coffee Bashaba, Resalade, Ender Chair and Galaxy Julser Eno Resuited, Planet Pizza Cheeser San Eno Suited. Elm D. At this point, I'm convinced the website isn't looking for security, it's looking for creativity. Fan soon passwords will require a symbol, a number, a capital letter, a haiku, and a small piece of personal growth. Eventually, I succeed. Mondi, I create a password so complicated, even the website hesitates before accepting it. It has numbers, symbols, uppercase, lowercase. I am probably ancient runes hidden somewhere inside. The website approves it, everything is done, everything is perfect. I log in successfully. And for a moment, life feels good. Lambda until the website politely suggests, for your security, please change your password every censor days, 30 days. And in 30 days, I'll have to do this again. And that's when I realized something important. Modern passwords don't just need a symbol and a number, they need courage. Because every time you create one, deep down, you're going to forget it.